All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into one of the most incredible, but maybe most overlooked parts of your entire body, the optic nerve. It is the true unsung hero of your vision. And without it, well, you wouldn't be seeing anything at all.
So let's start with a question that sounds pretty simple on the surface. You look at something, an image hits your eye, but how does that information actually get from your eyeball to your brain? It's definitely not magic, it's a biological process that is just fascinating. So let's break it down.
And this is where the star of our show comes in, the optic nerve. Honestly, the best way to picture it is as your body's own high-speed data cable. It's this incredibly dense bundle that takes everything your retina sees, all the light, the color, the shapes, and zaps it straight to your brain to be decoded.
But here is where things get really, really interesting. The optic nerve, it isn't a nerve in the way you probably think. Its design is so unique that it's actually more a part of your brain than it is a part of your body's nervous system. Yeah, you heard that right. We call it a nerve, but technically it's a direct extension of the brain itself. When you were developing as an embryo, it literally grew out from the brain to connect to the eye. So for all intents and purposes, it is brain tissue just reaching out into your eye socket.
And this is a huge deal because it highlights a fundamental difference in how our body is wired. A typical nerve, say in your arm, is insulated by things called Schwann cells, which can actually help it heal if it gets damaged. But the optic nerve? Nope. It's insulated by the same cells found inside your brain and spinal cord. And that difference has massive implications.
And the brain connection doesn't even stop there. The optic nerve is so essential, it's literally wrapped in the exact same three protective layers, the meninges, that surround and cushion your brain and spinal cord. It's a little piece of your central nervous system that's just on an expedition to your eye.
And what a piece of hardware it is. Are you ready for this number? Packed into a cable that's only a few millimeters thick, each of your optic nerves contains up to 1.7 million individual nerve fibers. 1.7 million. Think about that. Each one is like a tiny little wire carrying a single pixel of the visual puzzle. The density of information is just staggering.
But here's the catch. Here's the critical takeaway from all of this. Because the optic nerve is brain tissue, it has the brain's very, very limited ability to heal itself. So unlike a cut on your finger, if the optic nerve gets damaged, that damage is almost always permanent. The signals just stop.
Okay, so we've established the optic nerve is basically an extension of the brain. But what about the information it's carrying? Let's trace the amazing journey that visual data takes on its way from your eye to your brain.
You can think of it like a 5-step relay race. First, a signal is created by the cells in your retina. It then shoots down the optic nerve until it hits this really critical intersection called the optic chiasm. From there, the newly sorted signals continue down what's called the optic tract, and they finally arrive at the visual processing centers way in the back of your brain.
Okay, let's zoom in on that intersection point I just mentioned, the optic chiasm. This thing is one of the most brilliant and complex pieces of wiring in the entire human body. Seriously, imagine a massive highway interchange where traffic streams from two different roads meet up and get perfectly rerouted. That's the optic chiasm.
And what's so cool is that it's not a complete swap. A little over half of the nerve fibers from each eye cross over to the opposite side of the brain. The other half, they stay on the same side. So what does that mean? It means that everything you see in your right field of vision from both of your eyes gets sent to the left side of your brain, and everything on the left goes to the right side. So what's the point of this whole crossover thing? Well, it's the secret sauce to our binocular vision. By sorting all the data this way, your brain can take the slightly different images coming from each eye, compare them, and stitch them together into one seamless 3D picture of the world. It's literally how you perceive death. But, like any high-speed data cable, things can go wrong. And when that signal gets interrupted or just fails completely, the results for our vision can be absolutely devastating. Let's talk about three of the big ones. With glaucoma, you have a slow death of the nerve cells, usually because of high pressure inside the eye. This causes you to slowly lose your peripheral or side vision. Then there's optic neuritis. This is an inflammation of the nerve, and it's often one of the first signs of MS. It can cause sudden vision loss and pain. And finally, there's AIN, which is basically a stroke of the optic nerve. The blood supply gets cut off, and that leads to sudden and usually severe vision loss.
Now, the common thread here, and this is the most important part to understand, is that because this is brain tissue we're talking about, the damage is, for the most part, permanent. The communication line gets severed, and if that signal can't get through, there is no vision.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? Well, it really all boils down to understanding just how critical this pathway is and why protecting it is so important for protecting your sight.
I mean, when you really put it all together, the optic nerve is just remarkable. It's not just some nerve, it's a direct pipeline from your brain. It's a data superhighway packed with over 1 million individual fibers, and it performs this elegant biological magic trick, the great crossover, just to give you 3D vision. At the end of the day, its health is absolutely essential to how you experience the world.
So, I'll leave you with a final thought, something a little mind-bending. We've talked about how the optic nerve just sends a stream of electrical signals. It's your brain that takes those raw signals and builds your entire visual reality from scratch. Which leads to the question, if it's all just an interpretation of signals, what are you truly seeing?